In birth. So Choi Sauce gathered a bunch of information from a lot of top players. We did this kind of thing for Guilty Gear before, which is the let's show off the systems and the very basics of the characters while experts in chat help us out, and it's just kind of loosey-goosey kind of thing, but it's fun. Yeah. And so we're going through all the UNIL characters little by little. And so before the show yesterday, I sat down and I played the game again just to remember the game and remember all the systems and everything like that. Yeah. God, I miss this game. we used to talk about this game once a week. Like, we really found a way to bring it in, but man, and you can even tell, like, everybody who plays it, like, everybody in the chat was just like, God, I love this game. Yeah. People were just like, oh, best game ever, and like, oh, you're covering UNIL, yay, you know, and stuff like that. And oh God, the game is, I said it on Twitter, like, if you have the money to spare, obviously it's $50 on PSN right now, it's $45 on Amazon if you order the hard copy of it, but dude, if you have that money to spare and you just want to play a new fighting game, like, this is the one to get. Because not only is it a super fun game, it's not anime, it's very linear, even though there's craziness like anime games, but there's no super jumping and air dashing and all crazy things like that. But then the tutorial system is crazy. Oh, yeah? Yeah, so I went through the tutorial just to remember the systems, but they just even had things like, this guy's going to jump attack and then go into low. Please block high and then switch to low. Or this guy's going to dash here and make sure that you attack in between when he tries to find ways to re-initiate the pressure. Oh, wow. You know, Linne is going to miss AAA and whiff punish it with this button. Really? Yeah, these are all training tutorial options and stuff like that. And it's just, it's like most tutorials that, you know, after you do it once, you might just forget or whatever like that, but it still teaches a lot of concepts. And I didn't even do the super, super expert one, so I just didn't do the last chunk, but even looking through there, they're like, it looks like they were describing option selects in the titles without using the term option selects. Wow. But, you know, they were going through all sorts. Dude, one of the tutorials that I went through that wasn't even an expert was teaching you Kara throws. Dang. This was hold forward and do the AB to dash, and then immediately plink into D so that you cancel the throw. They were teaching you Kara throws in the game.
Wow, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was really, really, really cool. And then not only that, but when you go into the trials for the character, like, they start with easy ones, but it says the first one is literally titled low starter. And so it's like down A and this, and then the next one is like damage combo or this, you know, like they give you, they kind of give you the reason why you would do that combo, you know what I mean? And even though they're all tutorials, like there's like at least like 4 or 5 different combo starters that they keep repeating between. Like, here's the hit confirm one. Like, one of the tutorials was even like do down A, B, and if they get hit, finish with C, and if they don't, stop. Like, that was a thing that they were teaching you. Wow. Yeah. But, like, they have all the different starters. Like, here's a starter from the overhead. Here's a starter from this. Here's a starter from the low. Here's just the high damage punishing starter. And then the ending, like, they teach you to do with Nanase, the down H to knock into the floor into fireball. You have to do the fireball to pass, even though it doesn't actually combo, but it's listed as setup.
It's listed as setup?
Mm-hmm. Wow. It's like, it's actually titled as, like, setup and stuff like that. So, like, dude, this game, like, it kind of gives you a lot of that information, and I think it's so cool. And the game is great on top of all of that, you know what I mean? And it's great. And so I'm just like, man, the game is so good.
Well, do you know, because I don't know, do you know how much the characters have changed? Returning characters?
Not a lot.
Really?
Not a lot that I could tell. Like, there was like one, I mean, it really feels like a balance patch. And I mean, like, Rev 1 to Rev 2, and then Rev 2 to Rev 2.5 or whatever this current patch is, like, they changed the characters more than they changed the characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, with Nanase, there's like a few small changes, but the only real significant one is that I can charge down C in the air now. But, like, that's, like, the only main thing. Like, she doesn't have any new moves. There's like 1 or 2 new system mechanics. Yeah. But outside of that, like, it still feels largely the same, which is actually kind of neat. Yeah, she, like, even her combo paths were all mostly the same, except you just had new ones off of the charge down 2C in the air. But other than that, Nanase felt exactly the same. Everything that I was doing before still worked. So it was actually really, really cool.
Yeah, I have heard from people that Seth is really good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've heard Seth is really good. I heard Chaos is a lot better now.
Right, I've heard that too, yeah.
I've heard Byakuya is a lot better now. So there you go. So
makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Should play it, dude. People should play this game.
I'm with you.
And it's sad to me because it really, honestly, in this current age of my game is better than your game, posturing, social media, chat nonsense, like no one's even talking about this. Like there's no chance for this game, and that makes me super sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Naughty Senpai asked the question, why is it that fighting games that create new franchises instead of getting an existing IP can't catch the success that Street Fighter 2 had back in the day? Because Street Fighter 2 was new. It was fresh. And
right.
And that's just basically what it was. It's the same thing when Pac-Man came out. Nothing had ever... Like, when Pac-Man came out, like, I can't even explain to you how much everything became Pac-Man afterwards. Even if it didn't look like Pac-Man, it was Pac-Man.
Right.
So going through a maze and dodging like two guys. And whether you're eating dots or grabbing money bags or eating cheese and opening doors and avoiding dogs avoiding cats as a mouse or whatever, like, they're all Pac-Man.
Right.
But none of them could gain the success, except for Ms. Pac-Man, which, makes sense in the case that we're doing right now. And honestly, this is, I know a lot of people still get on me because I've always said, like, if Street Fighter dies, the FGC kind of goes with it. And that's exactly the reason why. It's the name, brand, recognition. Like, it can't be denied. Like, it's either that or Mortal Kombat that's going to take us into the next phase,
Seems
right?
likely.
But Mortal Kombat can't be put on TV, so...
yeah.
So that'll be a problem. But yeah.
Name brand recognition is pretty helpful.
Dude, so remember that guy who was talking to us in the lift, who was talking to us about Face Off and all of the Adam Sandler movies and stuff like that.
Our Lyft driver.
We hadn't even mentioned we were in town for Street Fighter.
No.
And he made a reference to Street Fighter.
His DJ name is DJ Vega.
Yeah.
And he wanted us to know it's not because of Street Fighter.
Yeah, it was because there's everybody in all of the Pulp Fiction movies, there's someone named Vega in the Pulp Fiction movies. So he's like, yeah, it wasn't Street Fighter, da-da-da-da. And I just basically was like, you are talking to the wrong people.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
But there you go.
Yeah, people know that game. It's been around for like 30 years. I heard that there's like a product now that is coming out that explicitly references it being 30 years old.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's cool that, I know, Street Fighter 3 is right up there. But C. Lim actually said that UNIST is the third most entered game in their local monthlies, right behind Dragon Ball FighterZ and Tekken, ahead of Street Fighter 5.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is cool. That is really, really cool.
Anyway, look at DJ Vega.
Yeah, I know, we should, see if we can find
My dentist knows what Street Fighter is. He used to play Tekken in the arcades.
Really?
Yeah, we always talk about it every time I go.
Dude, the craziest is I go to see a chiropractor, right? And she goes through different massage therapists and stuff like that. I wore the Lucky Cat Felicia shirt from Broken Tier one time, and she looked at me. She was like, "Nice Felicia shirt." I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "How'd you know about this?" Apparently, she used to play Soul Calibur a long time ago.
Man.
So there you go. So. UNIST is UNIL in under night, in birth, EXE, late, ST. So the previous was UNIL for under night, in birth, EXE, late, and then they added the ST, so they just decided to eliminate the EL out of the abbreviation and just put in the ST, so it's just UNIST now.
I understand it's the worst name of all time. Well, it's not. It's no Burrito Voorhees, but you know what I'm talking about. It's not at all good. But the game itself is really great.
And to be honest with you, the name is probably one of the reasons why it's being held back. It's just because it's so bizarre.
It's pretty out there.
I think the last one should have just been, like, in the American release, should have just been called Under Night.
That would have been way, way better,
right?
I feel.
And then in the sequel, they probably could have just called it Under Night, in birth, and just left it like that, right? And then we'd have Un and Unib, and then just leave it like that. It probably would be a little better right now.
Oh, well.
So. It's only out on PS4, so this is what a lot of people have complained about. When I tweeted about it last night, I was like, everyone should be playing this game. They're like, if it was on PC, I would play it.
PC.
Yeah.
All right.
So, there's nothing you can say about that. A lot of people, PC is probably the main gaming platform for fighting game players for like 50% of the people right now.
Pretty good chunk nowadays, yeah.
Yeah, so to not have it on there is a mistake. French Bread is usually pretty slow on catching up. I know UniL is playable on Steam right now, but not UNIST, which is a shame. If you want to get a head start, you can pick up UniL. I'm sure it's cheap right now. You can pick it up and learn it. Like I said, the characters haven't changed drastically, but maybe some of them have. Maybe just not the ones that, you know, I'm aware of right now, because I really only knew Nanase. So, but there you go.
All right.
That's what I got there. You want to do some game news?
What else do you got?
You want to take a break or just go straight
fine.
to game news? Yeah. All right, so not too much game news here. Let's just talk about some signing stuff right here. We've already mentioned that Infiltration has joined Panda Global right now, so that's a pretty surprising sign. They lost Punk, but they gained an Infiltration, so, you know, sure, they're not hurting right now. Yeah. It's pretty good representation for them. And, of course, Cygames, as we mentioned, is GamerB, Fudo, and Christitarian were added to the team. And, you know, it's funny, too, because who was it that was talking about it, about, you know, being nervous about being newly signed or something like that? You know, because that's definitely an issue that happens a lot to people. But then, you know, as I joked on stream, you know, GamerB got signed to the Beast team, and then he beat Daigo. Yeah. And so I was like, GamerB is now dropped from Cygames. Well, no one can claim collusion there. Let's put it that way. So good stuff to GamerB there. And then, as I mentioned during the break, we mentioned before that Danya Hosey was signed to Coalition Gaming for her Dragon Ball play, but apparently SoCal Iron God was signed as well. And that, to me, is super exciting. So SoCal Iron God, like, I ran into a Jack in the Box by Esports Arena one time. He introduced himself to me, but I had seen him at the Pasadena Regionals where he beat, like, one of the top... He beat Ray first round. And he almost got the top 8. I think in the next year in Pasadena Regionals, he almost made it into, like, top 8 again, but he didn't. And then, like, he cried on stream, and then, you know, how I feel about that, you know, I totally get it, and people made fun of him or whatever, but now he's been getting top 3 at Wednesday Night Fights week after week after week in Dragon Ball, so I'm just thrilled to see this guy, you know, just continue his growth, and I think that's really exciting, and I hope I get to see him and Don, actually, a lot at different fighting game tournaments, kicking ass in some Dragon Ball, so there you go. Okay, so some extra news about Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. One of the complaints that everyone was giving me was, are they going to include home version of Alpha 3? Are they going to include Alpha 2 Gold? Are they going to include... And they were all just kind of going crazy about this. And I'm like, is 12 games not enough for you? I mean, like, there's 12 games, and they're all, like, arcade perfect as far as I can tell. Well, apparently, Capcom doesn't think 12 games is enough, because if you order it now, you get a free digital code for Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty crazy.
So, yeah, you even get Street Fighter 4 with your 30th Anniversary Collection. And remember, Ultra Street Fighter 4 had the version select. In it. Remember, there's the mode where you can play the version, when you go to character select, you can actually, so you can mimic any one of those systems that you want.
So that itself is also all of the Street Fighter 4s.
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly. So, yeah. So, you know.
Pretty good lineup.
Yeah, so there's another 5 extra games in there. So 17 games totaled. For you. Dude. Shout outs to Capcom. I mean, like,
that's pretty good.
Honestly, a lot of people are like, this is a 30th anniversary. This feels half-assed, and this feels. And I was like, dude, this is an unprecedented collection. And I'm sorry if I'm like talking to it, but like, honestly, this is an unprecedented collection. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in video game history. Like, even Mega Man 1 through 6 was released on one game, and then 7, 8. And then, like, 9 and 10 were released on a second game. You didn't even get the 10 games. I've been wanting a DDR1 through DDR Max or DDR Extreme collection forever and things like that. You know, maybe, hey, let's put Castlevania 1, 2, 3, Symphonies of the Night, Dracula X, all this stuff on. Nobody's done this. Like, this is, I feel like, literally the first time that anything with 12 actual full games...
Wasn't there a whole Mega Man spiel?
Well, like I said, there was, but it was only 1 through 6. And then there was a 6 through 10. You actually have to buy 2 separate ones to get them, right? This is the first time that they just put the whole dang thing onto one collection. And to me, that's just, like, mind-blowing. And, like, I loved Alpha 3 home version. I loved Phalon, DJ, T-Hawk, Guile, and, you know, on the home version and stuff. But I'm not going to complain about it because this is super cool just to even have what we have already.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for Castlevania Konami. Trust me, I'm not holding my breath. Oh man, dude, right, Olaf? Dude, having all of the Beatmanias on a game would be pretty dang sick. Hardest part about all those is they're all music-based games, so it's licenses, and that's always the toughest thing. In fact, the original Dance Dance Revolution 1 in the arcade had a mix of I Shot the Sheriff from Eric Clapton on there, and that has never shown up on any home versions, ever. Like, none of them, not even the Japanese home
licensing
versions.
issue, I guess,
I'm pretty sure it's a licensing issue, so it's never shown up on a home version, so...
Okay.
Yeah, definitely probably not the first time something like this has happened, but it feels like it to me, from my knowledge, unless someone can just point to me another one that did that. So, when's the karaoke stream? Very soon. As soon as I'm willing to end my life, basically, and actually test out that Joy Sound app. Like part of me is refusing to try it out because I'm afraid if I enjoy it, that's it. I'm just going to be karaokeing at home for the rest of my life.
Dang.
Basically. So, but once I try it out, I'll try to do a stream for it. So.
All right. Looking forward to it.
The Capcom Pro Tour 2018 stage was announced. Did you see the picture of that?
Right, I did see the picture of it.
It's actually pretty sick.
So I like parts of it a lot. But I also think it's weird that Bison is so far. He's like Abe Lincoln sitting in the back of the penny. He's like so small.
Right. He's like, that's him right there.
He's just a little tiny pinprick.
Well, the thing is, if he's any closer, you could go and fight him, and he wants to be at a safe distance.
Safe distance, yeah. No, I mean, that's the only thing that I think is kind of weird. But other than that, I like the look of it, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's actually really cool, because it's like the haunted castle kind of thing, and it's got, I'll do this over here, and it's, the 3 bosses are sitting here, so there's Fang and Vega and Balrog, I think. I think I'm pointing at the wrong ones.
No, I think it's Boxer on the left, Fang in the middle, and then like a girl on the right.
Oh, really?
It's either a girl or Vega's like extra feminine looking.
She's really, whoever it is really small, it looks like.
Yeah.
That's cool. But again, this is of course the 2018. So, this as DLC is supporting the Capcom Pro Tour. The reason why Mena RD was able to win $250,000 last year was because of the sales of this DLC here. Mm-hmm. So this one is specifically for the support of the Capcom Pro Tour if you want that. And of course, they added Sakura and Akuma to the list of, high fancy dress kind of clothes. So,
yeah.
Ryu and Ken.
What do you think about Sakura there?
I mean, you know what? The costume is cool. It's not going to fix her animations.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say about that. So,
man, Callisto was trying to tell me he thinks that some of Sakura's animations are good.
Which ones?
I don't even remember, to be honest. He said obviously some are horrible, but there were some that he mentioned that he thought were good. Her backdash, I think, is one of them ones he may have said.
Okay, I'll have to look again. So.
Anyway. Unbelievable.
But yeah, this is cool. Again, this is for support for the CPT. So this comes with you can buy the whole entire package for $20 again, and that will come with the stage, the costumes for Akuma and Sakura, as well as the Champion's Choice costume. That's the Mena RD costume. The Mena RD costume that will be coming out.
The cool giant clown Abigail costume he's working on.
Dude, I hope so.
That would be so awesome.
I hope so. Now that you've mentioned it, dude,
like a big clown nose.
Dude, that would actually be... Dude, give him big old clown shoes. And everyone would be like, dude, Abigail's total clown shoes.
That'd be awesome.
But there's also going to be CPT-themed colors, include Season 1, 2, and 3 DLC, 5 exclusive titles that you can put on your profile themes, access to special targets, and a bonus of 5,000 fight money if you buy the complete package for $20. You can buy everything individually, but obviously that's going to cost you more money. So and you won't get all the cool things. And again, you know, I've even told the Capcom guys, I think this is a mistake that the way they always market it. Like it's primarily for support for CPT, and as support, if you are appreciating the CPT stuff, if you want to support the Capcom Pro Tour and all the players and everything like that, you basically are giving them money for that, and these are the bonuses that you get along with it, is the way that you want to look at it. Yeah. That's how the international works. You donate money, but you get whatever that thing is, you know, as a
Mortal
gift.
Kombat did the same thing,
right?
You know, different skins and
Killer
whatnot.
Instinct has done that before, so that's the best way to look at it. So
makes sense.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, Street Fighter 30th, they say that, oh no, I already talked about that one. That wasn't what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was Rowley and Bardock.
Oh, yes.
They're coming out on March 28th, so Wednesday next week. They will be available for play.
It's so weird, man. In my brain, I thought that March 28th sounded like it was like 2 months away.
Nope.
Okay, next week.
8 days away.
Right.
And they teased Bardock. I just saw an opening video of him. Like they were responding to like Rip and somebody else.
They had a little bit of a thing.
Putting on the headband. Did they have a reveal?
Yeah,
oh, they had that quick reveal.
But it was like such little gameplay. Like you don't learn anything.
I might have missed it then. Okay.
Yeah, I saw it today or yesterday.
Okay.
Again, like it's kind of hard to know how he is actually going to play from having looked at the video. So I don't know what we can really say about it.
Someone actually found the Dragon Ball episode where Broly picks you up and kicks you into the sky, and they actually put them side by side. And it was actually pretty cool. Like there's actually when he like dashes at you, grabs you, throws you, kicks you into the air, like basically punts you, and they put it side by side with the footage. I was like, that's so cool. Nice.
Yeah, that really is cool.
Nice. So that's the sad thing is like I'm sure I'm missing so many references on Noctis right now, you know, with Noctis and Tekken. Sure. But that'll be coming out on March 28th, so definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, I really wish that the trailers were a little bit more informative as to what the characters do. Mm-hmm. With Broly, at least you get an idea, okay, he's got some grabs, you know. But for Bardock, like literally, he like threw a projectile or something, and I don't know. Mm-hmm. He did a super. You know, it's just like not useful info.